Hello everyone, my name is Salom here with Emerge.coach, and I welcome you back to my YouTube channel for personal and professional development. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about the value of perspective. Perspective is a skill that when mastered, it can be very useful into many different areas of our lives. It can be used to effectively solve conflicts with people that you love, your loved ones, relationships at work, or any type of interpersonal relationship. It could also be used to become a more powerful leader or to simply gain a competitive edge into something that you're trying to do, or just out of compassion or curiosity for someone else. Now, naturally, in life, we're always going to have a tendency to see a situation from only our perspective. Unfortunately, that is very limited and it only offers one angle to the reality. When we are able to step outside of that, outside of our own view, and explore other possible perspectives of the same angle, other possibilities of how to look at it or how others are looking at it, we are able to now get a much more round, broad view about what that reality truly is, and now we can align our choices and our actions to that so that we can achieve our goals in a much more effective way. Now, one competitive activity that reflects this principle very effectively is the game of poker Texas Hold'em. If you're not familiar with the game, don't worry, the analogy will still make sense to you. Now, in life, just like in poker, we're all giving a set of shared reality. In the game of poker, that will be the cards that are at the table, the flop, the turn, and the river. And they are affecting all the players equally. Now, at the same time, each player is given a set of cards. These are your truth, your experiences, your passions, your desires, your fears, your insecurities, all of the things that make you you and that nobody else can see. Those are your set of cards, your individual truths. And every single choice that every player is going to be making is going to be in direct relationship of their truth with and how that relates to the shared reality. So if I'm trying to make an assumption or a guess about what someone else is going to do or say or how they're going to react, but I'm basing that assumption on my cards, on my set of reality, I'm going to most possibly get it wrong, right? Because they are acting and taking choices based on their cards and their sets of truth and how those relate to the shared reality. So very often we find ourselves escalating in conflict because we're making assumptions and we're only seeing our side of the game. Now, just like in the game of poker, it pays off to make an effort to take a look, I should say, on other people's cards so that we can make our better choices and win the game. Wouldn't it be powerful in a game of poker or in any situation to be able to see your opponent's cards? Absolutely, it will make you unbeatable. Unfortunately, that's not just that easy. Most of the people are very jealous and zealous about not showing their set of truth to everyone. But through the power of observation, research, and even direct inquiry very often, we can start getting closer to understanding the other person's points of view and why they're doing what they're doing. Why are they making the choices that they're making? What are their goals? What are their insecurities? What are their traumas? What are the codes and programming that they come with that are making them make these choices that are obviously affecting me as well? So if I gain this level of perspective and I gain a deeper understanding of why everybody in the game is taking certain actions, I'm going to be much more empowered to make actions, responses, moves that are going to be more effective into helping me achieve my goals. The more I know, the better view I have, the more macro my view of the reality itself, the more possibilities I have to coming out on top. That is on competitive relationship and competitive situations. But when you're trying to solve conflict, it is very often that we narrow our view, we become very self-protective, and we block out all other possibilities, and we become very reactive. When in conflict, most importantly, it does pay off for us to step outside and try to see if what is causing us pain or causing conflict is in fact what we're thinking it is, or what is the reasoning behind. You may find often that you will come back with conclusions of compassion, and people are doing things for the reasons of what they've been giving, and they have very little or nothing to do with you or hurting you in particular. There's just what the set of cards that they got played, and they're acting based on that reality. Well, I hope that helps in some way get you to understand what a superpower having perspective is. And yes, observation is a skill that you're going to get little by little. It's not going to be very obvious at the time, but with time you can master, you can become more inquisitive as well, and just make sure that you're grabbing details so that you can have an understanding. The bigger challenge is to separate our ego and to say, I'm going to try and release my point of view, and for the necessary amount of time, for a bigger understanding, I'm going to try to put myself in the shoes and the skin of the other players to try to understand why they're doing what they're doing, and try to predict what kind of moves they're going to do so that I can be ready, prepared, and have the correct response to each one of their actions. So there is a lot of benefit in this. Now, if you have any further questions, please leave a comment below. I will get to those as much as I can. If you have curiosity to meet with one of the coaches at Emerge.coach, please find in the description the scheduling system and book yourself in our calendars. Now, if you would like to ask me a question, I'm very open to that. If you would like some privacy, go ahead and send it to me to my email. That is ds, as in Diana Salom, ds@emerge.coach. That is .coach, not .com. So make sure that you put that down right. It's ds@emerge.coach. That's my private email. So go ahead, connect with us. Let us know how we can help you best. And if you have further questions, I will be there for you. Have a fantastic day.